Okay. Got you. Okay, what's up guys? We're back. It's a new video. If you guys didn't realize, you guys could probably most likely tell by the title of why you clicked on it. And I'm gonna tell you guys kind of three secrets, in a sense, that changed my life and could potentially and possibly change your lives, right? And I know everybody aspires to be XYZ, everybody wants to have the dream life, everybody has these goals, right? But one thing I've completely realized and kind of had an epiphany in a sense is that there's three things that it kind of comes down to, right? But before we get into those three things, before we get into that, you guys already know the drill. Definitely hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because you aren't part of the Notif squad. You aren't a realer, you're not a part of the real fam. And definitely for a fact, go follow me on my socials because I'm more active on IG and a bunch of other things, right? But let me tell you guys three things that typically and most likely worked for a lot of people, worked for my mentors, worked for me, that kind of just give you a new take on life and just kind of give you a new direction and put you in a new place. It comes down to three things: who, what, and where. You guys might be like, oh, these are like obvious things, like who am I doing it for, what am I doing it for, and where am I trying to be? But if you guys really do understand the impact of those three things, you guys will start to look at it differently. If you look at the who am I actually doing this for? Am I doing this for myself? Am I doing this for my family? Am I doing this for my friends? Am I doing this for other people, fans, haters, whatever it may be? Who are you doing it for? Once you kind of grasp and realize who you're actually doing it for, that puts you in a whole different mind frame and mindset, just based on the fact that, hey, like, if I know who I'm doing it for, if I'm truly doing it for myself, if I'm truly doing it for my family, if I'm truly doing it for XYZ, it puts you in a different mind state and mind frame. Because a lot of you guys do it for the wrong reasons. You might be doing it for the haters, you might be doing it for the people that doubted you, you might be doing it to prove XYZ and these people wrong. And typically this kind of equates to bad decisions for the long term, and definitely affects you in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it may be, it will affect you. And once you kind of grasp and understand if you're doing it for the right person, if you're doing it for yourself, that's one thing. You should personally and always do things for yourself first, and kind of look at, it's your life at the end of the day. What Jenny thinks, what Louis thinks, what XYZ, whatever person in your life thinks, what your mom thinks, like shout out to Gary Vee, what your mom thinks, what your dad thinks, it won't matter in 5 years, 10 years, just based on the fact that it's your life and you're living it. So once you kind of understand that you're doing it for yourself, and you want to make the decisions that are best for yourself by actually kind of equating everything that's around you and making sure that you are doing it for the long term and not maybe for clout on Instagram, not maybe for YouTube, not maybe for Twitter, Facebook, whatever it may be. If you're not doing it for those things and you're actually focusing on the right things, that kind of changes the direction that you actually move in, and you start to make decisions based on the right things. So then second, what am I doing it for? What do I want? What am I doing it for? Do you want a nice car? Do you want the wrong things? Do you want financial freedom? Do you want to travel? For everybody, it's different. A lot of people want financial freedom. Some people want the car. Some people want the house. Some people want the girls. Some people want all these different things. And definitely, like, that's shout out to you. Everybody's different. You can want whatever you want. That person right there that's about to house in that car could want something that, like, do you see that car? You guys saw that car? They could want something different than what I want. But it doesn't matter what you want, because what you're actually doing it for is a big difference than what somebody, because sometimes, okay, let me just put it in this mind state, in this like state of mind, just like give you guys this kind of analogy. So let's say the cool thing is to want cars, the cool thing is to want a house, the cool thing is to get the girls, the cool thing is to live this lifestyle. Well, a lot of the time, like me personally, I've seen the social media, I've seen these people that have millions of followers and they're not happy. Because at the end of the day, you want happiness. A lot of you guys think money will make you happy, but that typically isn't the thing. That typically isn't really what it equates to, and that typically isn't what the reality is. Money won't make you happy. Like, I was having a conversation with Dane earlier, and it's just kind of, we just kind of like had this consensus, and it was this agreement that money really just makes you comfortable. Money doesn't make you happy. Money will get you experiences. Money isn't the experience. What are these experiences? Hanging out with your friends, hanging out with the family, traveling, doing things that you like, playing basketball, sports, drawing, playing music, listening to music, whatever it is that makes you happy. Activities that don't cost you money in a sense, but they make you happy. Those are the experience. Money makes you comfortable to be able to have time to get those experiences, because typically we exchange time for money. You work for money, you, and time is usually equated to money. Somebody that's working right now is exchanging an hour of their time for X amount of dollars. And that usually is kind of what they value themselves at, what society values them at. But if you kind of start to understand how you can start to kind of switch that mindset and value yourself a lot higher than what society kind of values yourself at, you start to realize it comes down to skills. What skills do you possess that are valuable, right? What is some skill that you have that somebody's willing to pay you for? Or you can just go the other route and just go directly straight to the consumer, right? You can go from B to C, you could be the business, you could be whatever it is, and goes directly from the consumer and make that exchange happen there. And that's what it just comes down to, and just value of what and where and who. But that actually might not make sense, but whatever it is, you guys get where I'm coming from. You guys get the gist of it. So let me just go over the last one. Where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now? And what decisions, what actions are you taking now, today, to actually make those things happen? What decisions are you making? What decisions are you making happen? What decisions are you taking? What decisions are you actually putting into action? What decisions are you executing to actually get you to where you want to be 5, 10 years, 15 years from now? If you're sitting on the couch, well, ditto, cool. Do you expect to be a billionaire? Well, possibly you could be. Like, there's people that have done it, but is that the optional? Is that the most thought out route? Is that the best route to go? If you want to make $50,000 a year, shout out to you. That's all you want. It comes down to what you aspire, what you want, what you think you're actually worth. But then there's a lot of people out there that kind of have a misconception that the larger the number that they make, the happier they'll be. Like, there's people out there that are making $50,000 a year that are completely happy. People that out there making $10 million a year that are completely depressed, and they're not in the right state of mind. They're not in the right mind frame. And that alone kind of just makes you realize that, hey, money won't make you happy. But if you want to watch, what's the show that Gary Vee always calls out? It's like House of Cards.
House of Cards, what?
House of Cards, right? And like, if you want to watch 5 seasons, if you want to binge that, shout out to you. You can do that. But don't complain once you don't have what you aspire to have, what you wanted, what you dreamed of, and all these things, right? And it just comes down to you. That's the biggest thing. Like, it just comes down to you. You, and not the letter U, Y-O-U. And there's a big, like, kind of misunderstanding in people's mind. They do things for the wrong reasons, they do it for the wrong things, they do it for the wrong people. And once you kind of just figure yourself out and understand who you are and what you want and what's the right path for you, I think you'll be completely fine. You'll get to where you want to be and the level of success, because success is kind of relative. What you signify and kind of equate success to might be different from what I signify and equate success to. And that's one of the biggest things, just realizing all of that. Once you kind of do grasp that and kind of understand that, then I think your eyes are all off to the races and you guys will be great. Like, and I'm excited to see your guys' growth and just give you guys the tools that you guys may need, may want, whatever it is, to actually see success in whatever format, shape, or whatever it is. And I'm just excited for all of that. So I'm gonna see you guys next time.